Well, Blindy, go to the naughty corner. Oh gosh, we're starting off bad already. Go to the naughty corner. Go to the naughty corner right now. Right now. Um, and you know what? This stupid YouTube is going to be freezing and freezing and freezing. I can already tell. I can already tell. Hi, peoples. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Oh, we're talking to Sam instead of me, huh? Hi, I'm here too, you know. The person over here on the screen, yeah, I'm here too. I'm getting drunk. Oh, yes, getting very drunk. It says, a week of being weird, stupid me shift. You know what? I've had a weird week too. I think it's going around. What is up with this StreamYard? What is this, MIL? Can I remove this? Okay, I just did. Okay. There's something on the side. Oh my God. StreamYard is just garbage.
Yeah, they added some new features this weekend and didn't tell anybody.
I see. Because I tried to, what's it called? Open just like the normal page. And then this whole thing came up on the side. So yeah, I saw. LFG? What does that mean? All right, so
let's fucking go.
Okay, I'm going. Okay, just hold on. I'm just trying to can I just open up and say hi first before we go? Okay, I'm going. Dang. I want to show you guys something. Before we go into politics, I need to show you guys something. There's this woman, and there's this really short court hearing. It's short, guys. It's short, I promise. I just need to show you this thing and see what you guys think about it, okay? Hold on. I'm going to find it. It wasn't in the plan today, but as soon as I saw this, I was like, you know what? I got to show you guys this. Okay. I'm going to let you guys see this with me. Hopefully that, let me turn off the lights. Hold on. Turn off the lights. Okay. Yee. I like it dark. I like it very dark. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to show you guys something. Let me show you something. Yeah, I need to add my screen and present it to you. And there it is. Here we go. Okay. Watch this with me.
For me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Ms. Janvier?
By the way, guys, the echo is coming from their end, not mine. I'm going to fast forward a little bit because I don't want to watch the whole thing with you guys. It's like 20 minutes. So I'm going to fast forward. But I want you guys to see something. So you see this woman in the right. Her name is Cassie. Okay? Cassie, the woman with her eyes rolled on the right upper hand corner, she constantly calls the police on her husband, right? So they've been together for like 9 years. And in their marriage, she has called the police on him like 3 times. When the judge asked her, "Are you scared of your husband?" she said, "No." When opposing counsel asked her, "Why are you calling the police on your husband?" she said, "Oh, because we have arguments and I need somebody to mediate. So I called the police over to mediate the situation." And then she says, "Yeah, but I don't want you to put my husband in jail." So yeah. And then also, so the judge also asked, like, "So why do you need us to come there if you guys aren't having any domestic violence?" She said, here she goes. She said, "Because when the argument is getting heated, I want to make sure that nothing happens. So I call the police so that nothing happens when the arguments are getting heated." Now, watch this with me, okay? I'm gonna play it and let you guys watch it for yourselves. You guys watch this absolute rubbish.
Altercations with your husband, Mr. Carpenter?
I don't really know if I don't know if a number off the top of my head. I mean, it's probably been about 3, maybe, that I can think of just off the top of my head.
And excuse me, additionally, Ms. Carpenter, were you aware that after the incident occurring in February of 2021, that you were not to have any contact with Mr. Carpenter?
I was not aware until recently when I spoke with someone on the phone.
And are you currently working?
I'm self-employed.
And to your knowledge, does Mr. Carpenter work?
Yes. He also, I guess you could consider it, I don't know if you would consider it self-employment.
I'm going to pass this part because I didn't realize how boring it was in the beginning. But here, I'm going to go down here. There it is. You guys see the judge's face. She starts getting more and more annoyed. That's where I want to get to. That's where I'm getting to.
You do not have to actually throw Mr. Carpenter in jail. You can add extra conditions to help impose the fact that this situation does not happen again. One thing I can potentially recommend is due to the fact that, of course, these cases are family violence. An extra condition of the bond could be that he be required to take a family violence intervention course as opposed to actually throwing him in jail. In addition, Your Honor, as you can clearly see, Ms. Carpenter is prepared to go on a flight right now. As she stated, they do have children together, and right now, Mr. Carpenter,
which involved the defendant and the victim. She is a victim of both cases. And although the victim has advised that she may not have any fear today, it is evident that on both occasions she had concerns for where the victim's anger or would lead him, or where his actions would lead him as to whether or not she was safe at those particular times. Additionally, Your Honor, the fact that the defendant has violated the bond conditions would show that he does pose a risk to potentially committing a felony at any point between now and actually being heard on these cases, and that it does pose a safety concern to the community as the wife that he has been with for, I guess she said 16 years.
Look at this. This is the prosecutor, and she's saying that he poses a risk to the community because his wife is afraid of him. So this is what these actions of these wives is doing. And look at her. She's laughing in the corner. She's effing laughing. No, go back to the other screen. I want to see her. Oh, here goes the judge.
I can see you and look you in your face. Ms. Carpenter, I'm gonna need
Yes,
y'all.
ma'am.
I just learned this because I'm old, but I pay attention. I need y'all to take us off the group chat. I'm really gonna need y'all to take us off the group chat. The police are not here to mediate your situation. Don't keep calling the police because you want somebody to talk y'all down and to make your marriage work. That's what therapy is for. But stop calling us because this is getting ridiculous. Well, I call him, but I don't want him to go to jail. Well, I call him, but I don't want y'all to do anything to him. You are wasting our time. And I'm just going to be honest about it. I take domestic violence too seriously to get caught up in y'all's little wrapped up thing. I love him so much, but he wasn't going to do nothing to me. But I just wanted to call the police to moderate the situation. Police don't moderate. They're going to come there. They're going to figure out what's happening. But you heard that officer say domestic violence is one of the most unsafe situations that officers find themselves in. Because as soon as they show up on the scene, 5 minutes ago, you were calling them because you were scared and he was threatening you. The next thing you know, you show up and y'all both aggressing the officers. Don't take my man. Just take us off the group chat. Y'all get some counseling. Because we're not here to mediate for you or manage your relationship. We're not here for that. Those police officers got situations where somebody's life is in danger. And y'all calling us to mediate. Well, I just call him because, I love him, but we was having an argument, and then get counseling. In fact, that's what I'm gonna order. I'm gonna do exactly what Mr. White said. Mr. Carpenter, you go into family violence counseling.
What? Do you see? Now you see. Now the husband has to go to family violence counseling, even though he hasn't been violent at all. All because his wifey keeps calling the police. And okay, so the reason I brought this up to you guys, the judge goes off on that video. Okay, so if you guys want to check out that video, that is on the channel. Let me see what channel that's on. It's called Irish Demon. So Irish Demon channel, shout out to you. But Irish Demon channel, check out the rest of that video if you're interested in seeing the judge go off. Okay, the judge goes off. So let me tell you guys something. The reason I brought this video up is because as I was watching this video, I watch court stuff all day, every day. That's what I do. Well, as I was watching that video, I was like thinking to myself, like, I'm on Lapeef all the time, right? And on Lapeef, they're constantly talking about how Black people are so afraid of police, and how Black people, they want to keep the police out of their business because police only make it worse. Police are dangerous to Black people, and so on and so forth. And then you see this woman, and I'm looking at this situation. I'm like, so you have your Black husband. He has not laid a hand on you. He has not beat your arse up and down the street. He has not done anything to you, but you have an argument, and you put your Black husband at risk, in your eyes, at risk of the racist police coming and doing something to your husband. This is what I don't understand. I don't understand. And you know what? And I hate, oh my God, I hate the fact that I hate women so much. It's not that I hate women. I hate our behavior. I hate our I want to use very tactical words here. The amount of numb brain that we have as women, like we're just so dumb. We're just so dumb. I know that's the most tactical word I could think of, without being vulgar, of course, but we're just dumb. And then the thing is, like, we're just so emotional, right? And when things are emotional, we don't think straight, and we just do the most stupidest things. We get men in situations that could kill them. Let's all assume, right? They had an argument. She called the police because, she doesn't want it to escalate. She calls the police because she needs a mediator. The police come and mediate by putting a bullet up his rear end. Then who will be the one to blame? Who will be the one to blame in that situation? Because then you're going to see Black Lives Matter run out into the streets and say, he didn't do nothing. And then you're going to see her out in the street saying, racist pigs, the pig's so racist. But you the one who made that situation possible. You the one who put that man in that situation. And these are the stories that never get told. Well, Aaron, who are we going to blame? Trump, probably. It's Trump's fault. Trump did it. But I was watching that video and I was like, really? You really? And this is why, and people talk about me a lot on other websites, talking about how I'm so misogynistic, I guess. Can I be a misogynist as a woman? I don't know. But I hate women, and I'm a pick me because, of course, I'm trying to get picked by every man in the world, because my man isn't enough. I can't be happy in my marriage and be happy with being picked by my husband. I have to try to get every man in the world to marry me. So this is what a lot of people think online, is that I'm trying to get every man in the world to marry me because I am not satisfied with one man. I need them all. So, yeah. And the thing is, why do I have to be a pick-me? Why do I have to be looking for the validation of every man just because I call out the nonsense of women? I can't call out your BS without wanting to take your man. Well, then, if that's the case, it's true. Women actually know what men like. If that's the case, if they think I'm what men like or I'm the thing, well then why don't you actually be a little bit more what men like? If I know I'm probably deviating on off the topic. I'm sorry. I'm thinking out loud right now. I'm thinking out loud. But yeah. So I just had to show you guys that. And I thought it was a perfect example of women just not thinking, being emotional, and putting men in danger. The men that they say that they love. She was married to that man for 9 years, guys. 9-year marriage. And her best idea was to call daddy police, racist police, to deal with her husband, to deal with her black husband. Wow. It says, hi, Final. Final says, the most racist and dangerous people to blacks is other blacks. I'm not allowed to say that. Oh, God, frozen again. Great. Anyway, but I'm not allowed to say that. Brockstar says, feminists think that withholding sex makes them powerful. Brockstar, do you know? Brockstar, listen to me. So. Hear me out now. It's not possible for a husband to rape his wife. I'm just saying. But wait. Because you said I do. When you said I do, that meant that you were giving yourself to that man. So how can you give yourself to that man, and then when he takes what's his, now he's raping you? Okay, wait. When a woman tries to use sex against her husband, of all people of this world, to use a thing like affection, the thing that bonds two people together in the most intimate of ways, you want to use that against your husband? And then when a man dares to say, I'm not going to allow you to do this to me, then he's evil. Okay. Wait. When women, this stupid StreamYard. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. But the thing is, when women do that, and you know what I've noticed, that in the West, especially America, when I talk to women about the situation, it's such a touchy topic because women feel as though them using sex against men is something that should be permitted, and not only permitted, but what is that called? What is the word? Not promoted, but like applauded. Like people are like women. It's almost a joke now. It's almost a joke. Like, oh, the man has to sleep on the couch tonight. How in the hell is that funny? It's especially when typically the man is paying for that damn house. So you see this couch behind me? My husband has never had to sleep on the couch because we had an argument, because I'm not going to give him affection because we had an argument. Of course, frozen. But anyway, this couch right here is only used for what it's actually intended to be used for. Okay? Watching television, conversations, and tea. This is not meant for punishment. You see, this couch is not meant for punishment. It's not a naughty corner. And for this type of thing to be a joke of like, oh, he's gonna be under the couch, and women thinking that is just a normal thing. But then you know what else? What is the punishment that for women? What is the punishment for a woman when she's bad? That's acceptable. That's acceptable to women. What is a punishment that is acceptable for a man to do to a woman when she is out of line? I'll wait. Exactly. There isn't one. Women can send their man to the sofa, be in the doghouse, slap them even. Oh, that's okay. But what can a man do to punish his out of line wife? Because everything a man does to punish his wife is seen as abuse. Oh, he's not giving her money this week because she was out of line. Oh, that's financial abuse. He's financially abusing her. That's a real thing. It's a real thing. I'll tell you, it is a real thing. Financial abuse has been brought up in court. In court, we have seen people say that withholding money from your wife is financial abuse. So, if that is the case, let's say that man was trying to punish his wife for her misbehavior. She has misbehaved. She's been out of line all week. I got to do something. Everything a man does is abuse. But a woman can throw a man on the couch and say, you're not getting anything. You're not getting any affection. You're not going to get the thing that I promised I was going to give to you when I said I do. You're not going to get it. Don't even get me started on that topic. Finale says spankings. No, you can't spank your wife anymore either. You can't do anything. You can't do anything because the woman is untouchable. The untouchable. Not in my view. Not in my view at all. Oh, you're touchable. You're very touchable. Especially when I'm paying for everything in your life. You're very touchable. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Very, very, very touchable. Women in America have become children. Yakub, women have always been children. What is this rubbish? What is this rubbish of America? All over the world, women are children. But the thing is, women around the world are a little bit more aware of that around the world. But here, women are under the illusion that they're men, that they're the exact same as men. Why do you guys have me ranting today? And why is StreamYard so garbage? Why do you guys have me ranting today? Stop making me rant, please. I am trying to. Oh my God. Do you guys remember that? Guys, do you guys remember this one? This guy, he was talking to this interview. It was like an interview or something. And the man said, I think he said something like, oh yeah, the woman said, so I think she said something like, why do you beat your wife or something like that? I don't know. She said something stupid. Like, do you believe that women should be spanked or slapped or something? And I think he responded with something like that. Like, is it like, yeah, sometimes women need a little smack. My God, what is wrong with StreamYard? Anyway, but yeah, he said something like, yeah, sometimes women need a little smack. And she was so triggered. But then she also looked so intrigued. She's like, really? Oh my gosh. It's funny. It says, could do anything to draw a squeal. He was talking to Barbara Walters. That's what that was. She was so, oh my gosh, her reaction, like surprised Pikachu face. You slap a woman? How dare you? It's like, yeah. Oh my God. I got to get rid of StreamYard. I really got to get rid of it. Because listen, every time that little pause happens or that little freeze happens, I have to literally get out of the website and come back. Like every time it does that, that's what I'm doing on this end in order for it to stop freezing. Says men don't punish their wives because women will wait. They'll wait until you're asleep, showering, working, and they'll leave with your children, and the state will side with them. But you see, that's because we live in a gynocracy. That's the thing. And that's why America needs to change and change fast. Because if, you know what, because of the system that we have here, because of and the thing is, men have been neutered. They've had their balls taken from them and put into a jar. And that jar is just so far out of reach for men at this point because they're not allowed to do what men are supposed to do. I'm not saying men should be punching their wives in the face. Hell no. That's barbaric. That's absolutely barbaric. You know, men shouldn't do that at all. And any man who does do that deserves to have his teeth knocked in. You shouldn't do that. But there are punishments. There are suitable punishments for women. There are. And you're not allowing men to do what they should and to run their own family, to control their own family. And when you don't have that, well, then we have the America that we have now. The boss says a rock. Oh, the rack. Well, I was saying a rock. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Unless you're gonna do it. But I'm just kidding. Amira needs to have night vision. I love to see her face the first time she uses it. Night vision? Well, if my vision actually worked at all. Well, all right, let's get into the actual topic while we're here for, okay? Because we're actually here to speak about topics that are a little bit more political. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys about something. I want to ask you guys a question. You all who live in America, who are watching me right now, if you live in America, I'm going to ask you, have you noticed something? Because in my state, there has been an uptick in police activity. Police have been more active in my state than they've been in the last, 5 years. And I believe that this is a result of the leadership that we have in our country, Trump, because I believe that police are feeling more motivated than ever to actually work. I don't know. I just feel like they're recharged or something. The last 5 years, I have been able to drive up and down the highways of this state like a mad woman, like a bat out of literal hell. I have been able to do that, and there has not been a police officer in sight with a radar. And I have been enjoying myself. I've been enjoying myself a lot, actually. But more recently, there has been an uptick in police. Now I have noticed that there are police doing radars, like hiding in the little bushes and stuff like that on the side of the freeways. I've noticed that there are more police driving down the street. I've noticed that it's just more police everywhere. So let me ask you guys, in different states, have you guys noticed an uptick in police in your areas? I'm just curious. I wanted to know this, and I had forgotten to ask you. So that's my question to you all. Have you all noticed an uptick in police in your state or your area? Ice, baby. No, not ICE. Just normal police. Actual police, not ICE. Have you guys noticed any or no? Because I have. Whatever state you live in, I don't care what state it is. M says not here. Okay. I live in a liberal state, though. My state is liberal. And in this liberal state, police have not been active for the last 5 years. We have not had police anywhere. You're in Canada? Okay. So you're in Canada. BC? Okay, BC, Canada. Okay. Bobby says he's seen it. You have seen it? Okay. So there are people who have had upticks of police in their area. I'm in Detroit, so no. Poor Frost. Frost, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Oh my God, don't self-confess. Says Southern California. Okay. Yakub says, yes, in Washington, I hear sirens. I used to live in Washington. In Washington, there was no police. That's what I'm talking about in the last 5 years, because not too long ago, I was living in Washington and there was no police. And even here in Cali, there's no police too. So, and then now all of a sudden, since Trump has come into office, police are everywhere. Police are everywhere now. So, Mr. Renegade says, as a truck driver, Mr. Renegade, you're a truck driver? Wow. As a truck driver, when coming through California, I never see them on the interstate. I know they haven't been working. They haven't been working for the last 5 years, but now they are. They've just regenerated. They spawned out of nowhere, and I'm happy to see it. But now I actually have to drive speed limit and wear my seatbelt and not ride in carpool. And well, anyway, there just a couple of things that I have to adjust. It's not really a big deal, but there's some things I have to. Punyeti! Anyway, but yeah, there's some things Boniti. There's some things I have to adjust, just small things, Yeah, like not having drugs in my car while I'm going down the interstate. Just the small things, turning on my headlights when, turning off my high beams at night. There's just small things that I have to adjust, not driving in carpool when I'm not carpooling, but there are things that I can really deal with. These are things that I can actually deal with. Putting my seatbelt back on, even though I hate using it because it gives me rashes on my neck. But that's just something that we all have to deal with. Not holding my cell phone while I'm driving because I like to watch YouTube while I drive. I mean, these are things that I can manage. I can manage this. I really can. I can really, I think I can handle this. I think I can handle this. Not cutting off people and, well, I can do this. I really can. I really can. Not driving on the shoulder when there's traffic. Look, that's just something that I do sometimes. It's not really, it's not like an everyday thing of mine, driving on the shoulder when there's traffic. Yeah. But, I got to go back to following the rules. So, yeah. Wow. So that's that. Well, actually, I've seen the truckers going 70. I've seen most truckers going 70 on the what's it called? Other freeways, other highways. Not the I-5 though. The I-5 can be, yeah. Hey, it's tea leaves. It's not anything bad. It's tea leaves. Loose tea leaves. That's all it is. That's all it is. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get back into what we actually came here for. Larry has graciously made us a list, as he always does, and I am going to pull it up for all of yous. Let me pull it up. So let's give Larry a thank you for scouring the interwebs and all of the hotspots and the Googles and the CNNs and the MSNBCs and all of the world star hip hops and all of that. Larry, thank you so much for scouring the internet to find us the news that we care about and all of the skinhead websites that we love and treasure. All right, so let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. We're good. We are very, very good. We are very, very good. We are very good. Oh. Okay. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Neil says, Washington had a do not pursue law in place, but I think they repealed that. The police can now chase criminals. Well, Neil, I'll share something with you guys. Should I share this? Well, I already said I'd share it now, so here we are. Listen, if you're gonna run from the police, okay, because I'm not saying I've ever done that. I'm not saying I've ever done that. But if you're gonna do it, it's better to run from the officers on a bike, on a motorcycle. That's the best way to do it, on a motorcycle, because doing it with a vehicle is it's very hard. It's very difficult. And you got to really know all the side streets and you got to know a place where you can hide and all that. That's too much. At least with a motorcycle, you can put a lot of space between you and them, but it's very dangerous as well. It's dangerous, but I'm not saying that I know by personal experience. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I've seen it on TV and I've seen it on the news. And one of the best bikes to do that. Well, I mean, okay, my favorite bike is the Yamaha R1 because the R1, it's completely different from the R6. So I got used to, oh, goodness grief, of course, I'm freaking still. Anyway, So I got used to driving an R6 for a while. And then when I tried the R1, I flipped it over because I wasn't ready. But anyway, but I love the R1. Some people prefer Gixxers to do that. Some people prefer Hayabusas. But that's a personal choice. It's a personal choice. But if you're going to run from the police, you need to use a motorcycle because you have a better chance of getting away. That's all. So, let's watch the news. Let's talk about the news, shall we? Are you guys ready? In the news, European leaders are facing a nightmare scenario regarding Ukraine. And European leaders are reportedly waking up to what they are facing with Ukraine, which is obviously a nightmare scenario because Ukraine is just going around the world begging for everybody's money, and they have no sense of gratitude. Okay, we already know. Zelensky's wife recently went on a shopping spree and spent something around $40,000. That can be verified, but it's probably more than that. He's buying houses everywhere. He's buying boats. This guy, and then he goes around, and then he comes to the highest office in the world, which is the United States Oval Office, and he can't even have the decency or the respect to even wear a suit. This guy. I mean, and anyway, so Europe is starting to realize the nightmare scenario that they're facing with Ukraine, where they will have to pay for Ukraine's needs in order to continue the war due to President Trump's America First policies, because America said, if you want to keep your war, then you are going to pay for it. We're not paying for this. We have done it for 3 years. If you don't want peace, then pay for it yourself. For years, the United States has been footing the bill for defense spending, while Europe has slacked off and rode on America's coattails. Now that Uncle Sam's wallet is closed, Europe has no choice but to step up. And as a European diplomat had told the news outlet, they said, I think he said something like, rearm massively until Trump is dead. Rearm massively until Trump is dead. What does that mean? But this assessment was made prior to a meeting between European leaders about Ukraine that took place this last Thursday. The European diplomat that I was talking about that said, until Trump is dead, he told the news outlets that the nightmare scenario is that the United States announces a deal soon that accepts most of Russia's demands and then tells Ukraine and Europe to take it or leave it. So they are basically fear-mongering to say that America and Russia are in cahoots with one another against Ukraine and Europe. So if Trump is not fully backing up Ukraine, then that means that he is against Ukraine and with Russia. See, this is the kind of stuff that all right, you guys understand what's happening. You guys know. But Europe has failed to reach a deal on Ukraine. European leaders met a few days ago, and following the interview with the European diplomat concerning their support for Ukraine, they still failed to reach a deal. While they are dedicated to supporting Ukraine, the leaders in Europe could not come to an agreement on what the support will look like, because many nations are not down to give them billions and billions of dollars, because we know that Britain, even though they give them money, they said this money needs to be paid back to us. This is not help. This is a loan that comes with interest. Okay. And this is the same thing that other European nations are saying too. We're not giving you free money. You're going to pay this back with interest. America was the only country that was giving money for free. America was the only nation that was, well, let's be real. We were money laundering anyway. So what am I talking about? Let's be real. I'm going to get my charger. I'll be right back. Just hold on a second. Samuel, do something. Samuel.
You can't see it right now, but I'm dancing as hard as I can for the monkeys.
Will you put your tentacles back? Put your tentacles back and do something.
All right, how you doing, folks? So, yeah, we're just, I don't know, I guess filling space, filling time here, whatever. It seems like my connection's a little funky too, so if I come off sounding robot-y, I do apologize. Not much I can do about it at the moment, but oh, Blindy, I don't think Rachel has her charger. I don't think that not to put too fine a point on it, I don't think Rachel would know what to do with it if she did have it. You know, that might have been a little harsh, but it is what it is. Oh wow, there's echo. I probably fixed it. Anyhow, we're the monkeys. All right, she's back. I'm gonna go now.
No, get over here. What? Oh, you see, this is your.
All right, I'm back. I'm back.
Yes. How are you just gonna leave like that? Wait, I'm not back all the way. Oh my god.
All right.
You're such a slacker.
Suka, that's not gonna happen. So, especially not over here. This is not my channel. So, when is the Rachel roast? I don't know. Whenever she shows up, but like you got to keep in mind, like Rachel not showing up is on Rachel. It's not on. We can't control that shit. So, you know, if she's gonna show up, she's got to do it. Or like, yeah, we tried to get her here. You know, a couple of different times, but she keeps finding a reason not to be. So,
oh, let me tell you something.
You know,
let me tell you something. She was here yesterday. She was here yesterday, and I told her, I said, okay, well, you coming back tomorrow? And she said, no. She said, no, I'm coming back tomorrow. She said, I promise. I said, if you're coming back tomorrow, we're streaming. And she said, that's not a problem. She said, your people don't even like me. She said, what's the point of me coming if your people don't like me? I said, actually, we do have a few people who like you. Truthfully, and they've been asking for you. One in particular is named Frost. And she said, who? I said, Frost. His name is Frost. He likes you a lot. He wants you to be here with us. So I let her know that the one who really loves her the most is named Frost. And she understands that, yeah, she's seen his name before, so she kind of knows. And she's like, what do you mean, no? What do you mean no? Look, listen, Frost. Listen, Frost. I've seen your comments about her. I've seen your comments about her. You don't have to hide your love for her, okay? You don't have to hide your love anymore. Don't be ashamed, my friend. Don't be ashamed. I can tell that there are sparks flying between the two of you.
So can he, apparently.
But anyway, like, yeah, I mean, she was supposed to be here. So, I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know. She keeps promising and then she bails. And then I'm like, all right, well, you know what? We're all going to remember that. We're going to remember that. And the next time they see you, you're going to get it. You're going to get all of this.
Gross, Will.
I know. Will. This is the thing. See, me and Will, we can feel the truth. You know, the truth is there's really love between them. I can feel it. Yeah. Are you guys ready? I want to go back to I want to go back to what we're talking about. Okay, here we go. So I was telling you guys something about this thing, right? So I was telling you guys about Europe, right? So anyway, so all but one European nation And we think that it's Hungary because Hungary is based. Everybody knows Hungary is based. But anyway, all but one European country signed a statement agreeing to ramp up the defense for Ukraine. They're trying to ramp up their defense spending for Ukraine. And I believe that Hungary or Poland is the one nation that refused to sign this deal, because Hungary and Poland are based, and we already know that. Hungary actually decided that they wouldn't be allowing new immigrants, migrants, whatever, that weren't Christian, who didn't believe in Christian values, because they said that Hungary is a Christian country that has Christian values. And if you are not willing to either assimilate or you're not Christian, then you are not welcome in Hungary. Based. Because why is it that Islamic countries can do that, yet Christian nations can't? What? No, I believe Christian nations should be able to do that too. If you have a Christian nation and you want to keep your Christian values, why would you accept a different community that is going to try to change that? So anyway, I got off topic a little bit, but the reason I got off topic is because the one European country that did not sign this statement, this promise to help Ukraine, I believe was Hungary. So there are questions concerning how Europe should adapt to what many people are reportedly calling a new world order under President Trump. NATO, to me, is the new world order. And this is the thing that I believe that Putin is running away from. This is the reason why Putin refuses to accept NATO. I believe this fully. This is just what I believe, but I could be wrong, who knows. But the new world order, they are saying that President Trump is the one who's bringing in the new world order, and that the new world order is under President Trump. And it is a new world order that does not help America's allies, a new world order that only cares about America. Yeah, essentially. Yeah. Hell effing yes. That is what it should be. It's about time that we become a little bit selfish. It's about time. So, according to Bulgaria's Prime Minister, Rosen Zeklajov, I can't say his last name, sorry. Zelyaskov, Rosen Zelyaskov, Europe is weak without the United States. We already know that. We already know that we are the boss. We already know that. Europe is weak without the United States, and he hopes that the United States will continue to stand with them, committed to our collective security, which is based on shared values. While mulling over possible courses of action during the meeting, some leaders like Poland, Estonia, Lithuania, and of course Ukraine want to use seized Russian funds to pay for Ukraine's reconstruction. However, France, Belgium, and Germany advised caution with considering that course of action, citing a shock in the world financial order. Dissenting countries only see it as an option if Russia increases its attacks. But if Russia does not increase the attacks, then we're not going to take Russian funding away from, I guess I could say, seized Russian funds. We're not going to do that and divert them to Ukraine. You know what? I want to talk to you guys really quickly about something. With this story, I almost want to say, to hell with them. To hell with them. You know what I mean? Why are we having these type of talks? Why are we constantly talking about, well, we're going to do this for Ukraine. We need to find a way to divert monies and give money to Ukraine. Why are we constantly doing this crap? We have had 3 years of this. 3 years of being like, Ukraine. Where has this gotten us? Is Ukraine any closer to winning a war? Is Ukraine any better? Why are all these countries and the leaders and the powerful leaders and all these trips and flights and all this to come and talk? How are we going to help Ukraine? How are we going to give them more money? What has that done for us thus far? Nothing. Screw them. Screw them. Screw them and everybody that looks like them. Who cares? This is why Trump is right. This is why Trump is right. How long are we going to continue? We've already done 3 years. So what? We're gonna wait until Zelensky is what? Until he's tired of it? Until he says, "Oh, I'm done accepting money from the world." That will be never. Screw them. Screw them. Why are we still having this stupid conversation? Shadow. Because they're universally franchised democracies with a teenage girl mind population driven by emotions. I was watching a documentary today about the reasons why World War II began. And in that documentary, I noticed many similarities to what we're having today. And I know everybody has brought that up too, but the reason I say that is because when I was watching this documentary about World War II and how it began, they were constantly speaking about the left and how liberalism was kind of at war at that time with supposed fascism. And they said that fascism was on the right and liberalism was in the middle and progressivism was on the left. That's how they organized it in that documentary. However, things are different today. And today it's more like liberalism is on the left and progressivism is all the way on the far, far left. And then we have fascism, which is also on the left, because the left is more fascist than anything ever before. You know, it didn't used to be that way, but, you know, I guess whatever. So watching that documentary and watching what happened, you know, with Japan and Germany and France and UK, I see it today and I'm like, you know what? Today we have so many similarities to back then, but it's always a case of liberalism trying to take over the world. Or I know, guys, I know, I'm sorry, freaking StreamYard, I'm sorry, but it's always a case of like liberalism and fascism and this type of thing, right? Trying to take over all the time. But I don't know. And communism, sorry, that's the other thing that I forgot. Communism, of course. Okay, so I'm trying to read what you guys are saying. Neil, also because of Trump, the EU has been providing more aid to Ukraine than the United States. The United States has given more overall, but the European Union has stepped up as it should. And he was right. Trump was right, as he pretty much always is. He was right that they should be stepping up way more than us. We have a beautiful ocean around us. Well, two. But we have beautiful water around us. We don't have a reason why we should be channeling so much money over there. Europe has more at stake. They should be the ones defending Ukraine. Why is it always us? World War II was liberalism, fascism, and communism warring for dominance. Communism infected liberalism. Fascism has been softened by liberalism, and liberalism is dying. I mean, I think that liberalism back then was actually something, I know I'm frozen again, but liberalism back then was actually something kind of decent, I guess, in a way, decent, because I think that liberalism, or like the classic Democrat, which is kind of like the Republican today, I think those are the people that were the good ones. Those were the people who were with their mind straight back then. But now, Russia would have to first strike the Baltic countries. I see what you're saying. Do you think that Russia would, though? Would they do that? Would they attack, I don't know, Poland or I don't know. The Gulf of America and the American shores. I was thinking about that, but I know it's not technically an ocean, but Gulf of America and the Caribbean are at the south. Frost says, classic liberals today are Joe Rogan and Tim Pool. That's right. But they're considered conservatives now. I know, God. But they're considered conservatives now, which is crazy because they're not conservatives. I mean, I'm way to the far right of Tim Pool and Joe Rogan. Like, if I were to speak to Tim Pool or Joe Rogan, they would think I'm a Nazi. Well, not a Nazi, because a Nazi would be more to the left, wouldn't it? Well, they would think I was, I don't know what they would think I was. What would they think I am? Well, I hate to think about what people would think of me because, yeah, I know, Frost. I know you're far right. Actually, I think a lot of you here with me are kind of far right, but maybe not as far right as me. But I think a lot of you guys are pretty far that way. You guys are not lefties, most of you. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what people would think of me. I hate to think of it. He says, Russia is not very strong at all. I could explain it. You don't need to explain. I know Russia. I know Russia very well. I do. Trust me. I'm a far right extremist. Suka, you are not. You're actually not. You're pretty, yeah. Yakub, you're pretty far right. Yeah, Yakub, you're very right. And so is Aaron. Aaron's pretty far right too. All right, let me go back to the article. Okay. We always get distracted. See, that's the problem. We can never finish an article because we get distracted. All right, here we go. So people are calling under President Trump the New World Order. And according to Bulgaria's prime minister, Europe is weak without the United States, as you guys know. So Ukraine wants to use the seized Russian money to pay for Ukraine's reconstruction. And we know that France, Belgium, Germany are against it. They said, do that with caution, okay? Because of the shock to the world financial order that could cause. So the dissenting countries only see it as an option if Russia increases its attacks. Now, if Russia increases, then they're willing to do more things against Russia. But until then, they're saying, don't poke the bear. Stop tempting Russia into more things because, well, I'll leave it there. Stop tempting Russia into more fights, I guess. In the meantime, only the United Kingdom and France have committed to placing troops on Ukrainian soil to fight. We are looking at World War III. And I pray Trump keeps us out of it. I pray that Trump keeps us out of it. Because apparently the United Kingdom and France are committing to put boots on the ground in Ukraine to fight Russia. Do you guys know what that means? You guys know what that means? And the thing is, I was just watching today how World War II started. And what do you know? It happens when a bunch of countries keep coming in to help out each other. And then people end up fighting and then more fighting. And then guess what? All the countries are involved. Trump better keep us out. Trump, keep us out. Keep us out. But you know what? Even if we're kept out, it's probably going to be something like what happened last time, where a country ends up getting us freaking involved. Then Japan comes along. You know, it won't be Japan this time. Of course, it won't be Japan this time because Japan, she knows better now. She knows better. You know, she learned her lesson last time. But who knows what country it will be? Could be China. Could be China this time. We are looking at World War III. The United Kingdom and France are putting boots on the ground to fight Russia in Ukraine. I want to see you guys' comments. What are you guys saying? Trump and Putin will work it out. I hope so. I mean, so what does that mean? It's going to be Trump, like us and Putin against Europe? I mean, like, what are we looking at here? What are we looking at? All of these countries are nothing without America. We know that. NATO is nothing without America, and the UK is nothing without America. So yes, basically all of Europe is nothing without America. That's what I'm saying. So why are they committing to putting soldiers on the ground in Ukraine and fighting against Russia when they know they're nothing without us? Are they is this like an attempt to bait America into this? You know, like I am. Next stream, we're going to explain how to survive nuclear winter. Wonderful. Wonderful. The good thing about nuclear winter, however, is that nuclear winter will not last forever. In fact, it should only last around 10 years. Nuclear winter should only last about 10 years. It's not forever, unless it turns into a greenhouse effect, which could actually, well, that could happen too. But, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes, they want to drag you into it. That's what I'm saying. So it's almost like, listen. Listen to me. Your sister, right? Your sisters are in a fight with your cousins, okay? You want to stay out of it. And your sisters want you to come and fight your cousins with you. But you say, no, I like my cousins. I like my sisters. I don't want to be in it. I'm not doing it. So what do your sisters do? They go and fight your cousins in front of you because they know that you're not going to allow your cousins to beat your sister's arses in front of you. So you are going to be in the fight whether you want to or not because they are baiting you into it. And that's exactly what's happening now. We just told Europe, we're not helping Ukraine. We want to stay neutral. Oh, God, of course, I'm freaking frozen. But we want to stay neutral. Not that neutral. We want to stay neutral. Europe says, okay, then you know what we'll do? We'll go put soldiers on the ground in Ukraine. And then America will have to come. They have to. They are our allies. America is allied with us. So no matter what, they're going to come to our rescue if something happens. This is the bad thing about being the world power. You know what I mean? This is the bad thing about being the world power. Man, oh man. You said that's dangerous because we could pull a fast one and join Russia. Listen, if we join Russia, eventually Russia and us are going to be fighting. Eventually. Because, well, because of NATO. Yeah, because of, well, you know, if we got out of NATO. But the United Nations. So eventually we would, I mean, could we really hypothetically get out of NATO and I don't know. He says, no, this time we'll just pull out our phones and record it. Yeah, right. I wish we could. I really do wish we could, AZ. That's not how it's going to happen. Will says, heavy is the head that wears the crown. You know what? America is wearing the crown. And, you know, I was thinking about something, I think the other morning when I woke up. I woke up in the morning and I sat up in bed. And every time I sit up, when I wake up, I drink water. I have water next to my bed and I take a sip of water. I woke up, I took my sip of water, and then I looked out of my window. When I looked out of my window, I saw my beautiful neighborhood. It was a beautiful day. It was just beautiful. And outside of our home, we had the American flag flying. And the American flag was flying in the wind when I looked out the window. And something felt so good inside of me. I'm going to share it with you guys. Something inside of me felt so good because I said, you Americans, the people who were actually born in America, you are so blessed that you could have been born anywhere. You could have been born in the Philippines. You could have been born in a hut somewhere in a different country, in a third world country. You could have been born in the jungle, in the Amazon, in Brazil. You could have been born anywhere, but you were born. You came out of your parent here in this nation. Like, you're already royalty just by the act of being born on this soil. You are already royalty. It's like rolling the dice in life. You know what I mean? When you roll the dice in life, what type of lifestyle are you going to have? And you naturally being born as an American, you've already hit the jackpot just by being born here. Lucky. And you guys probably don't even realize it. I know you guys probably don't feel it because when you live in America, heavy is the head that holds the crown, of course, but you guys don't feel it, but the rest of the world envies you and you are like royalty. If you leave America, you're still royalty because if anybody knows where you were born, they look at you like you're a duke or a duchess or something. So anyway, yes, Suka, thank you. You're the top 10%. Like, you guys are the it. Like Americans, you guys are the people that everybody wants to imitate or emulate. You guys are the people that everybody wants to be like. You guys are everything. And you guys, even as Americans, you guys, the world does not move without you guys saying so as Americans, which is, do you guys even realize how much power that holds? And you could have been born anywhere and you right here, you just spinning the dice on life. You won just by being born on this soil. But anyway, I'm going to stop rubbing you guys' bellies, okay? I'm not rubbing your belly anymore, okay? I'm not rubbing your guys' bellies anymore. I'm moving on. So anyway, we're probably going to be dragged into this World War III. World War III is on the rise. You know how I know that World War III is on the rise? Because every week we're talking about a different country. When we keep talking about different countries when it comes to conflicts, a world war is on the rise. This week we're talking about Hungary and Poland. Last week it was Ukraine. The week before that it was Russia. The week before that it was France. The week before that it was America because we had elections. We're constantly talking about different countries. And it's not that we're talking about them in good ways. We're talking about conflict. And I feel something is starting up again. But here we go. Hungary, the most based country in Europe. Hungary is reported to be very hostile to Ukraine, and we already know why. and they may be left out of whatever decisions that are made. And according to officials, if Hungary doesn't get on track with the other countries that are supporting Ukraine, they just might grant Ukraine entry into the European Union. Pro-Ukraine Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania are currently pushing for Ukraine to join the European Union no later than 2030. Oh my gosh. Now, let's move on to a different topic. Let's move on. Let's clear our heads of that one. I don't want to talk about that anymore. But in Alberta, in our 51st state, Alberta, a Canadian lawyer in Alberta is leading a delegation to the United States to discuss their statehood of America. A Canadian delegation led by an Alberta-based lawyer, they are exploring the possibility. Oh, God. 1 second, guys. Oh, okay. I'm getting phone calls after phone calls. Okay, here we go. Anyway, sorry, guys. So anyway, they are exploring the possibility of joining the United States in the wake of President Trump's push to establish closer ties with the province. According to Delegate Jeffrey Rath, he said, "There's literally hundreds of Albertans that are reaching out and volunteering to join our delegation because those people actually want to be a part of the United States. They want to be the 51st state." The delegation is planning to fly out to Washington, D.C. and discuss potential pathways for Alberta to gain independence and create economic ties with America. Jeffrey told the news outlets that Alberta is a major hub for oil, manufacturing, and construction, and it has little in common with the Canadian political allies, the Canadian political elites, rather, especially Trudeau's administration. This is what he said, and I quote, he said, "They've completely lost their way," talking about Trudeau's administration. He contends that Albertans have more in common with Americans in Montana and are alienated from Ottawa's policies. Jeffrey, he also highlighted the 23% carbon tax that Albertans are facing next month from Trudeau's people, and said that Alberta should have the right to choose its own future, regardless of Trudeau's assertion that there isn't a snowball's chance in hell that Canada would ever be annexed into the United States. So there are states in Canada, I guess not states, but provinces. There are people in Canada basically saying, we want to be a part of the United States, even though Trudeau and maybe like the elites are saying that it will never happen. Many people want to be a part of us. And I know it. I know it too. Did you guys hear? Okay, so President Trump did his speech to Congress. You guys, that happened this week as well. Did you guys hear? Oh, I hate StreamYard. But did you guys hear when President Trump was talking? He started talking to Greenland, and the way he was talking to Greenland, he was like, Greenland, like, you guys should think about becoming part of us. You know, we'll take care of you. We'll take care of you. We'll make you rich. You'll provide defense for us. You guys will be much better off being part of us. And Trump then said, it's going to happen one way or another. He said, one way or another, you're going to be ours. I was like, Trump. He's like, anyway, we're going to do this one way or another. We could do it the hard way, or I was like, Trump, you can't just go to people's countries and tell them that they're going to be our property. This is why I love Trump so much, because it's almost like America is back to the empire days, where we're just conquering. Oh my God, I hate StreamYard. But yeah, where we're just conquering other nations and we're like, so you can either say yes or yes. I mean, no means yes and yes means yes. So I absolutely love it. I love it. But did you guys see? Yes, Trump is savage. He was talking to Greenland as if Greenland was like we're out on a date. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna be mine. You're gonna be mine whether you like it or not. Like, so just eat your pasta, drink your wine, and enjoy this night, because you're gonna be mine. I love it. I love it. And the thing is, Denmark, they're not doing anything with Greenland. They're not doing anything. What they're gonna do? They're not doing anything with it anyway. He already got Panama. We already have the Gulf of America. The Gulf of America. I know. I love Trump. I really do. Oh, and you guys saw Al Green. Al Green acting like a freaking retard. Listen, those Democrats did not even stand up for the darn child that survived brain cancer. They didn't even stand up and clap for him. No, okay, you don't like Trump. Okay, so what? But you're not even going to stand up for American survivors, American excellence. You're not going to stand up for American excellence. No. You don't even like Americans succeeding. You don't like Americans defeating the odds. You are so hell-bent on being oppositional and being adverse to Trump that you are actually going against America as a whole. What? That's what I don't understand. It's like you really just sat there in your pink jackets and tried to make it seem like everything that Trump was saying was evil. Everything that he was saying was a detriment to the United States. And the thing is, I can never be that partisan. I could never be that blind to good. Okay, when something is good, it's just good. Even when Biden was up there speaking and blabbering and drooling, Republicans still stood up for things that were good. They still stood up and clapped for the good. But these people are just so damn evil. They're I don't know. I just don't know a word for them that could fit. I mean, it's almost as if you have to be blind, dumb, and retarded to just because I don't even know if it's because he's as a Republican. Is it because he's a Republican, or is it because he's Trump? I don't know what it is, but this is the crap that we have in America. And the crazy thing is, there are people, I know I'm frozen. There are people out there who really look at those people and say, darn straight, you better sit there and not clap for good. There are people who are watching that on television and who saw themselves in those women who were sitting in the pink jackets and all that, who wouldn't even stand up for the freaking survivors. There are people who see themselves in those women, who look at that and say, yeah, I wouldn't have stood neither. Trump was talking about the good in America, the things that we should be looking forward to, the things that are going to help us, the things that are going to help Americans have better lives by cleaning up the government, cleaning up the efficiency, cleaning up government efficiency and so on and so forth. Everything that he was talking about were things that are just good, inherently good. And, there's a couple of things that Trump said that I was like, he's just trying to trigger them now, because he does like to trigger them. But most of the stuff that he was talking about were just inherently good things. And these people are just freaking donkeys, just absolute. I mean, I know they're Democrats, so they are donkeys, but they're just donkeys. Like, but you know why? You know what? I think I know why. Because everything that he was talking about that was good were things that were going to take away their monies. Everything that is good are things that are bad to them. So I think now I kind of understand why they were so hell-bent on not standing for anything good in America. They don't want good. They don't want America to get better. They don't want to make life easier for the middle class. They don't. They want their benefits. They want their money laundering. They want their LGBT multi-million-dollar funding in Serbia, because they know it's not real. It's not a real thing. It's just money laundering. So, yeah, I think I can understand why they were so offended at everything Trump was saying. They're offended because everything that he's talking about are things that will make them go on diets. They're going to be on diets now. They won't be able to afford all the things that they've been able to afford under Biden. But America will do better. So that's all that matters, really, guys. I mean, who cares? Who really cares about them? What matters is that America will be better. And, it's a shame, because you would think that people working in our government would actually think that way, who would think it's not about me, it's about America. It's about my country succeeding, because if my country succeeds, I succeed. But they don't think that way. They don't think if my country succeeds, I succeed, because the high tide raises all boats. No, they don't think that. They don't think that way. They're just like, me, 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 me. My money. I want this, I want that. But the more you make Americans struggle, the worse it's going to be for you in the end anyway. I mean, whatever. I may be rambling. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry if I'm rambling to you guys. I hope I'm not boring you. I'm not trying to bore you guys to death. I don't know. I think you guys saw the same thing I saw when you guys are watching. And I'm probably preaching to the choir. Like, as I talk, I'm probably saying the same things that you guys are probably thinking. So, and if not, who knows? Who knows? Maybe you guys weren't thinking the same thing as me. But yeah, I'm not trying to bore you. He says the U.S. could screw BlackRock easier than China. He says, yeah, people who already decided everything Trump says is wrong without actually listening. They don't give a damn. They don't. If you control the entry and exit, you control the whole thing. Trump is not a Republican. I know. TDS is a real thing. I know. And you know what? I think that it should actually be listed in the MD5 or whatever it is, MD5, MD6, whatever, the mental disorder book. I think they should actually list it as a disorder, because it really is a real thing. And at first we would just cite it as funny, as a joke, Trump derangement syndrome, but it's actually a real thing. There are people who, if you look online, anybody who goes on YouTube, anything bad, like I was online and I was watching this interrogation of a pedophile. And as we were watching this interrogation of a pedophile, I was looking in the comments. And when I went to the comments, there's even dumbasses. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry to curse like that, but it's just that I can't
frozen.
find a.
Oh.
I know. Trust me. I know. Stammy. I don't need anybody to tell me. But I hate to say the word, but they're literal dumbasses. They're in the comments saying, "Oh, who reminds me of a certain orange guy I know." What the F are you talking about? This pedophile on this in this interrogation. How does Trump remind anybody of a pedophile? How? But you see, the people, the TDS, the Trump derangement syndrome, they want to label Trump everything bad. Like Trump is this boogeyman, and everything bad in the world is Trump. That's how people think out there. There are really people out there who think that Trump is some narcissist, or that Trump is, yeah, he's arrogant. I know Trump is an arrogant arsehole. I get that. He is. He's arrogant. But stop putting labels on him that he's not. You know what I mean? People calling him all just everything bad. It has to be Trump. It's just absurd. The left is emotional like a woman. Just like a woman. Just like a woman. I love it. Shadu says, don't worry, you can't be boring. Housewives, Sam, tentacles, us. Ew. What? Go to the naughty corner. What is that? Go to the naughty corner. Hunter, I'm happy with the immigrant policy stuff that's currently taking place, but I'm afraid that it'll take a long time for prices to go down. I don't know. You know what? Hunter, I think that for certain goods, the price will go up temporarily, but it's all for the better in the end. Do you know what I mean? It's all for the better. Certain things will go up, but it's going to come down later. So I wouldn't worry too much about the prices and such going up or down, but I would say for the majority of things, prices will go down, but there are going to be certain things that it goes up for, like certain foreign goods. But why? I think it will also make Americans enticed to buy American instead of buying foreign. Hi, Jordan. The Democrats are just so unbelievably spiteful. He really lives in their minds rent-free. Seriously, every single thing. I told you guys that even on SpongeBob, that Mr. Krabs, people are like, oh, Mr. Krabs is Trump. I'm like, geez, you can't even watch SpongeBob without thinking about Trump? You can't even watch a stupid sponge at the bottom of the sea without thinking of Trump. My goodness. Next be the DSM. Oh, thank you. DSM. I call it the MD. Whatever. You understood. You guys understood what I meant. Frost says, I got family with Trump derangement syndrome. You just can't help these people. Yeah, I know. I mean, I have maybe 2 family members now. I used to have more, but ever since talking to me, my family has changed too. But I have 2 family members that are still lefties, and them coming to me is just so entertaining, but so irritating at the same time, because they'll come to me and as Arabs, they come to me and they're like, Amira, you're Arab. How can you embarrass yourself? Like, where's your self-respect, Amira, to actually defend somebody like Trump? You as an Arab, you look stupid defending Trump. I said, well, then how about I defend Trump not as an Arab, but as an American? Can I do that instead? Can I be seen as an American and not as an Arab? My family argues the contrary. They say no. They say no. You can't be an American because if you go outside and you're out there outwardly supporting Trump, the moment that you wear a hijab or the moment that it's found out that you're a Muslim, you're going to be ostracized. You're going to be, what is it called? What is the word, guys, where you, not ostracized, but you get rejected or something like that, that I will be rejected or possibly even attacked because I'm not Christian or something like that. So that's what my family says to me, that I put myself in danger or I put myself in a position to embarrass myself for being an Arab that supports Trump. That's like being a black that supports Hitler. What are you talking about? You know, I go to them like, do you realize that Trump is only talking about America and I live in America? Why can't I just, but everything is about race. Everything is about race, I guess. But you know what? If World War III does happen, maybe, just maybe, America will stop all of the racial bullcrap. Maybe, just maybe, America will burn the rainbow flags and stop all this nonsense that, you know, first world problems that we have. Maybe, just maybe we'll stop with all the dumb crap that has been injected into our culture and American culture recently. Maybe we'll actually be able to clean up our society if we do have World War III. Maybe we'll actually get back to what's important. Sometimes it does take drastic measures in order to get people to remember what's important. So, yeah. Well, I guess I'm a black that supports Hitler. I guess I am now. I guess, you know, if that's the case, that so be it. So be it. So be it. Because I will not change my beliefs for a race. I will not change my belief system to be accepted by a race. Because what is race anyway? What is it really? I mean, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to change my beliefs so that, or because I look a certain way or something like that. I'm not going to change my belief system for that. If anything, it pushes me more right. It pushes me more to the right. The more people insult me for being right wing or because I'm Arab or whatever, it makes me more right wing. It gives me more fodder to go further right. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. I mean, even Erin here, she's a woman. She probably feels the same way about the things that we say about women. I mean, even my views on women or Erin's views on women, we're not supposed to think that way about women because we are women. But we just say the truth. Oh, you guys hear cars speeding in the background? Oftentimes, those cars are my family. Either my family or my husband. Because we have this very, very long road next to our home. And they love to speed down that road. Because sometimes they're just testing the cars or what have you. So sometimes they're racing. So if you guys hear cars in the background, oftentimes it's just my family or my husband. You said there's only two sexes, male and female. And Trump made that official as well. He also made English the official American language, the official language of this land is. And I don't understand why that wasn't done before. Why was something so basic to establish our culture in America, why something so basic wasn't done before? Was it not done out of fear because they were scared that it would ostracize other people? Screw them. If you're ostracized, good. Good. We don't need you. America, English is the official language of America. And I don't care what people say, oh, America is a continent. No, hell no. When people say America, they don't think about, I don't know, Ecuador. They don't think about Mexico. When you say America, you think America. When you think America, United States, you don't think about, but anyway. I hate when people say that, oh, America is a continent. Shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. Says, I went to Miami, Florida to get my dog from a Hispanic couple. The wife spoke English. The husband didn't speak English at all. All I think, he might have been an illegal. How do you live in America and don't? Well, I couldn't live in any country and not speak their language. If I live in a country, damn sure I'm speaking the language. You're not gonna make plan. Here he comes again. Listen. I told you, they're doing. They just race the cars. They just, yeah, yes. Did Formula One? Yes. That's what they do because we have a very long road behind the house. So you hear them go up and down the road. They're racing. They're testing the cars. They're doing things, and yeah, that truck is not a truck. It's actually, God, what was that? It's not the Lambo. McLaren. That's what it's called. McLaren. That was the McLaren. He just got it. Well, he didn't just get it. He got it like 6 months ago, but he hasn't driven it often. So now he's enjoying it. It's a McLaren. Yeah, Suga. Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. Do you guys remember that song? Amira moving to Texas. I'm inside my heart. I'm actually a Texan. I really am. But I can't live in Texas because it's too darn hot. I can't handle it. I can't be anywhere where there's no water. I need water. I need it. You can't. I need rain. I need clouds. I can't. You're in the room. Anita dropping once again that she is an aristocrat. And stop. No. That is not the case at all. I'm very much a peasant. I am a peasant. Trust me. Because to the elite, I'm not elite. Trust me. They wouldn't see me as elite. Okay. So no, I'm a peasant too. I really am. Don't get confused. I'm definitely a peasant. Yakub says vampires can't live in Texas. Guys, vampires don't exist. Stop it. All right, guys, I'm gonna go night-night. Well, actually, yeah, I actually might go for a hunt. But yeah, I think I kind of feel like I want to go for a hunt. Yeah, I think I'll go out for a hunt for a night. But yeah. The McLaren parks in the garage with heated floors. But actually, they are heated. It's actually heated concrete, but it's fine. I'm joking. I'm like, it's not heated marble. It's actually heated concrete. But whatever. I'm just saying, you got to keep the tires warm. Because if the tires aren't warm, they could get hard. And nobody can drive with hard tires. I mean, how did you guys not know that? I mean, it's obvious. Everybody knows that. A peasant with heated floors on a bidet. Listen. Good night. I'm not going to do this with you guys. And it's not a blood hunt, okay? I wouldn't call it that, Aaron. It's more of a hemoglobin party. Use proper language, Aaron. Just, it's a hemoglobin party. It's not really, you know, but vampires don't exist. I'm not a vampire because vampires don't exist. Okay, guys. All right then. So I know I'm frozen yet again, but hey, at least I'm not in an ugly position that time. But let me see. So Baroness Accountess. I will not be tempted into that. I'm not going to be tempted into that, Shadu. I'm not going to let you do that. Neil says, sounds like Biden. If you ain't voting for me, you ain't black enough. Biden, if you don't vote for me, Amira, you ain't Arab. That's all right. That's okay. It's okay. I got it. I'll change my race tomorrow. Azrael, adopt me. I'll adopt you. I'll adopt you. Seriously. Okay. I'll let you guys go now, I think. I'm going to go out for a little bit of a hunt before it gets too late. Yeah. My husband's not home yet, so he's out there racing. So I have time. Yeah, I think I'll do that. All right then, guys. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it very, very much. And let's all turn in our black cards. Stop. Stop. What do you guys know about black cards? Stop it. Everybody has a black card. Is that a golden cat statue? Listen, you guys stop looking around my house. Stop. Good night. Good night, everybody. I will see you guys. Oh, that's right. All right, guys. Do you guys remember what I told you? I hope you guys are preparing yourselves. You've been preparing yourselves for the change. It can be stressful for some people. So if this does stress you, take it easy this week and adjust to the time difference, to the time change. I hope you guys aren't going to be too stressed out about it. It stresses me sometimes, but yeah. A golden shadow. Shadow. Oh, wait, I had a black card. Wow. This is getting awkward. Can we keep it, guys? My white card is useless. She's secret rich. Hunter, it's no secret. It's not that's not the point. I'm not. Like I told you guys, if there was actually a club for the elite, I wouldn't fit into it. So that's not the case. That's not the case at all. If there was a club for the elite, I wouldn't fit in. So that's what matters. Sleep in tomorrow? No, get up an hour early. You guys need to train yourselves for the week. Get in an hour early. I know, Samael. It should be abolished. This is so stupid. It's the stupidest thing. Like, I hope Trump does change that too, if he can. I don't know if he can change that, but I would love for that to be changed. Yeah, exactly. Yaku, preparing for the hell to come. Seriously. I'm not rich. I bought a McLaren last week. That was 6 months ago, and it wasn't. Whatever. Bye, guys. Good night. Good night. Good night. We're not talking about this right now. We're talking about. All right. Good night. Good night. Thank you all for joining me tonight to talk about not McLarens, not black cards, to actually talk about politics and women. Why women be tripping. Thank you all for joining me tonight to speak about what we love to speak about. And I will see you all possibly Tuesday or Wednesday. Possibly. I'm not sure. Because next week, I don't think I will be available next weekend. I'm not sure, but I don't think I will be available next weekend. So I'll try to maybe see you guys during the week before. Yeah. Okay. So, all right then, guys. Well, thank you. I appreciate your company. And with that, I yield my time. Good night, everybody.
Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.